Happy Monday. Happy profit allocation day. Today is my profit allocation day. I do this every Monday. It's how I start my work week. I hop into QuickBooks and I categorize all of my expenses and my deposits. I run a quick report and then I quickly allocate money into my profit and tax accounts. I'm Tina Smith with Creative Inc. And we are a marketing agency that's trying to help you grow without working harder. And one of the ways that we do that is by following, for ourselves actually, is by following the profit first method. And like Mike says, profit first or profit is not an event, it's a habit. And so consistently every Monday, this is what I do. As I was going through my books today, I was reminded of something that Jeff Cavaliere said the other week on a podcast. He was asked, he is the leader of AthleanX. He's a physical therapist and helps people get muscle gains from their workout. And he was asked, what is the best workout schedule to produce muscle gains? And he said, it's the one that's doable. And I loved hearing that from him because there's all this science around how to get more efficiency from your workout, to get more muscle gains as you work out. And he boiled it down to something way more simple than how you do it. It was making sure that it's doable. And so it's something that Mike talks about with profit not being an event, with it being a habit. And it's something that I've taken to heart. I decided early on to do what was doable, not to follow the full or become a purist around the profit first method. Now, that might hurt Mike's heart a little bit. And I do get more into the profit first method the longer that I go about it. But I had to start with what I could do. And I don't think Mike would be too mad about that because in the book, he talks about starting a profit allocation of 1% because that is what is consistently doable. You won't really miss it if that's what you do. I took that to a whole new level and decided that it was too much for me, whether it was mental block or the work associated with it. It was too much for me to create 5, 7 bank accounts and to figure out how to allocate and what to allocate every week. I started simple and I've kept it simple for the past 2 years. As I've increased those profit and tax allocations, I've done 2 accounts, profit and tax. And I do think those are your most important because the tax man cometh, whether you want to see him or not. And profit is all about my getting some reward for putting risk as a shareholder in this business. So those are the 2 most important things for me to complete every week. And those are the 2 accounts I opened. They're at the same bank where I do my operating expenses. That's a profit first no-no. And I know that if I were to set up the accounts as Mike prescribed, that I would get more out of this program. But again, I had to start with something that was doable. So I started with 2 accounts. I did start at the 1% allocation many years ago, 4 to 5 years ago. But over the time I've grown, I've now maxed out that profit account at the 15% that's recommended because, again, taxes are coming whether I want them to or not. And then the profit account, I'm still growing up to the correct percentage for that. But I have made leaps and bounds and have enjoyed some really great quarterly profit distributions as a result. But every Monday, in order to enjoy the quarterly distributions and in order to not worry about whether or not I have money to pay the taxes at the end of every year, then I have to weekly do this tax allocation. Now, everyone doesn't do their own books. I do. And I feel like anyone under $500,000 should stay in their books. That's just my personal philosophy because I see things regularly in my books by running through the expenses and the deposits that I wouldn't see if I wasn't that involved. That will be something that I delegate, hopefully soon. But for now, I get in there every week. And guess what? It only takes me 15 minutes. So consistency is key. So every Monday, this is what I do when I come to work on Monday mornings. And second, something that's doable. 15 minutes is totally doable for me to reap a quarterly reward that's thousands of dollars, which I can really appreciate every time that maybe I want to do a home project or buy some new furniture. That's a great way to use that profit distribution as a reward for myself for investing in this business and taking on risk and opening this business. And I think every business owner deserves that. Every contractor who works on behalf of someone else deserves to be able to take some distribution for the risk that you are taking on in owning your own business. You deserve that money to reward you for the risk that you're taking. And in order to do that every week or 2 times a week, as prescribed in the Profit First book, I find that it's helpful to do it every single week. 15 minutes gets my money in the right accounts, and then I can take a quarterly distribution. So today, I just wanted to share that I don't fully do the pure Profit First method yet. I am working my way toward that. But in the meantime, I'm reaping quarterly rewards and the peace of mind knowing that there's money in the account for the tax guy whenever he comes knocking on the door, because I take 15 minutes every week to go through my books and then make the appropriate transfers to the accounts. So you have to find what's doable for you. 15 minutes a week is doable for me. And so I'm going to keep doing that so that I can keep getting the quarterly payouts and just feel really safe that I have the money that I need when I need it to pay the people that are important, vendors, of course, but also taxes, because that money is not mine, so I can't pretend that it is. And I just feel safer knowing that there's money set aside for the tax day whenever it gets here. Consistency is key, but what is doable in order to maintain that consistency? Because going full bore, but then dropping off after a couple of weeks or a couple of months is not going to get you to quarterly distributions of profit that you can use to take a vacation or spend more time with your kids, like take a week off or buy some new furniture or do a house project or whatever it is that you're hoping that your business will help you do. Because we all believed when we opened a business that the business would help us create a better life for ourselves, as well as creating better lives for others. And so whatever it is that you're hoping your business will pay to help you accomplish, it can happen, but only if you will consistently do what you need to do with the money and finding a thing that's doable, like just opening 2 separate accounts, profit and taxes, and starting to allocate 1% or more into each of those accounts and doing it every week will finally get you there. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.